AMA, which is Alberta Motor Association. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our company and what that represents, and as being a driver in Alberta, right? So if you have any questions, at the end of the presentation, we'll have a couple of minutes to ask, okay? And I'll just go through the slide, okay? So the AMA started business in 1926. It's a non-profit organization led by the members, right? So the more member we have, the more products and services we can provide to all our customers. We also have currently about 950,000 members and counting, right? So we're hoping you guys will be joining us too in the future. We're affiliated with the CAA, which is the Canadian Motor Association, and also the AAA, which is the American Automobile Association in the States, basically. Our services, some of them are roadside assistance, so if your car breaks down, we'll talk more about that later on. Driver education, which I'll talk more about as well. Insurance that you need for your home or your car. AMA rewards, so once you become members, we have companies that work with us who actually give you discounts when you do shopping. So it could be for groceries or it could be for clothes and everything that's right there involved. If you plan to travel anywhere, you can buy a ticket or booking fare, or if you travel to, like if you need a train passes in Europe or even in Canada, right? So we can provide that for you, and also registry services for our members, right? So the topic we'll talk about today is staying safe on Alberta roads, what to do when your car breaks down, also a little more about our AMA membership information. So starting with driver education, right? So AMA driver education courses. So we have different kind of courses that we provide to our clients, right? AMA, we don't compromise on safety, right? So we're dedicated to helping as many Albertans as possible becoming the safe drivers for life, right? So we teach you to make sure that you can drive safely, for a long, long time. Once you have your license, you're going to be driving from age 16 to, I have clients who did evaluation driving to they're 93 years old, right? So you're going to be doing this for a long, long period of time. So we want to make sure that you can do it safely and sharing the road with other drivers as appropriate as possible. So every year, approximately about 12,000 students across the province go through our course. So we're the biggest driving school in North America currently. So this is some of the courses that we sell. The basic driving program, that's the 10-hour in-car driving is involved in that, and 18 hours classroom. So if you like to come to classroom sessions, you can come and do the classroom sessions, or if you are a person who likes to study at home, you can also do the online version of that same course, right? It will be 15 hours. This is a certificate course, so if you successfully completed the 10 hours in-car driving and 18 hours classroom session, you will get a certificate which you can use for insurance discounts. That will work anywhere in Canada. So that's the basic course. If you have a question about pricing and all that, we have the booth right there, so you guys can come and we'll give you guys information about the prices. The second one is the new Premier program, which is for students who have basically a little bit of experience, but also need to do some more practice in between, right? So this will give you 14 hours in-car session instead of 10, right? But the classroom are always the same, 18 hours in class or 15 hours online instructions. This is also a certificate course, which you get a certificate at the end. And the third one is the ultimate program, which is for, let's say, the confidence builder. So we're trying to build confidence in our students and want them to always think and plan ahead before they do anything, right? So we try to give them enough time behind the wheel to the instructor, they're going to be really good at it. Right? So this would be a good one for somebody who have little experience, right? No experience at all. So this would be a good course for them. So 20-hour instruction, 18 hours classroom, 15 hours online course if required, and also a certificate that we usually use for discount insurance. Other courses that we sell is a driver program improvement courses, right? So winter driving, so as you can see, it's a bit early in my case, but it's here, there's nothing we can do about it, right? So we just need to be ready for it as much by getting our car ready and at the same time brushing up on our skills and becoming a safe driver. So winter driving, brush up lessons, if you want to customize lessons just to get ready for the road test, we do sell the brush up lessons, so we'll give you one-on-one training to help you move on, okay? The next one is the Safe Performance Value Program. This one is designed in mind with the newcomers to Canada. Most of the people come to live in Canada, they already have license back home, but they're not used to driving in Canada yet. So this would be a good course designed for them. So we'll still give you 18 hours of classroom, or you can do 15 online. Also 4 hours of in-vehicle lesson, right? So just to get you ready, right, and get used to things and prepare you for the road test and all that, right? And it's a great introduction to driver education. So it's only $399 for members, and it's non-certificate course, so there will be no certificate. But if you plan to, if you feel like you need more practice and more lesson, then you can upgrade it to any of the courses I talked about earlier. Okay, this would be, like I said, a good introduction to driver ed and to give you a little more of that training. So we'll pick you up at the AMA Center, so you can come and meet us at any of the AMA centers we have in Calgary. We have over 5 of them. Our instructors are all available for lessons in mornings, afternoons, evenings, and weekends, right? And it will be an automatic vehicle, right? So if you move from, let's say, Australia or Kenya or London, England, right? So they drive the other side of the road, so it's kind of scary, right? So it takes time to get used to those things, right? So those are the courses that we're thinking of would help you at least get used to driving on the right side of the road. So if you are a person who doesn't have any license at all from back home, or you're starting up, then we do have some support as well in that. So this is an app that we have on any of the phone, like Android or Apple. So you can just download it for free, and you can do a practice exam. It's a good tool to help you basically practice all the test questions, because you have to do a knowledge test before you can actually get the Class 7 license, which will give you a gateway to get to Class 5, which is the one that you need to drive actually, right? So yeah, so you can practice, you read the book, and also as well you can do this test, and you can get yourself ready. If you feel like you need a little more practice and a little more help, AMA does provide an online prep course for new person who's getting a license, right? So it will go through the book for you, right, as you read it, and then also you can do the test at the end, right? And hopefully you're successful, okay? So if you have questions about having a license and what to do with it, like you can switch license here, and then there's information on our booth. You can come, or we can explain, because the individual is different, right? If you come from a country who have agreement, all you have to do is transfer the license, right? But if you come from a country we don't have any agreement with Canada or with Alberta, and then you have to do a written test, and once you pass that, you can use your old license to transfer, so you don't have to wait 1 year to do the second part. So you can just go ahead and do that road test, basically, right? So, okay, so let's assume you have a license now you are on the road, right? So the next thing is we'll try to give you some tips in terms of how to stay safe on the road, right? As you can see outside, it's already, like I said, snowing a bit, so you need to drive a little more cautious, right? So drive for the condition. Wet roads or winter road conditions, they change very quickly, right? So they're all different, so you have to always make sure that you can stay safe on the road as much as possible. Drive proactively, which means think ahead, plan ahead, don't wait for the last minute to act, right? Reduce the speed whenever you're not quite sure about anything, if you're going around a corner, right? Just take your time. Give yourself time and space. If you have time and space, you'll know it. You'll respond safely for sure. Leave more space between you and the vehicle in front, right? Give yourself more room to avoid. Watch for any ice buildup, right? That happens a lot this time of the year, right? So you're going to see a lot of icy spots, especially under the bridge and bridge jacks and all that stuff like that. So you need to make sure that you keep yourself safe by driving safely, okay? Try to keep your hand 9 and 3, so it gives you the maximum amount of steering, right? So you see people driving one hand or hand on the bottom, right? So those things, once you are on a skid, it becomes difficult for you to steer at that point, right? So you need to make sure that your hand position is in the right place to make sure that you can actually control the car. And also, always before you start driving, you can check the highways, right? You can visit the AMA website. We also have an app that will help you navigate the road safely, okay? So which I'll talk about it just in a second, okay? Staying safe again, ride home, right? So for our AMA members, right, we provide that if they are unable to drive because of any kind of medical reasons, fatigues, or any problem, we'll just come and tow them away and then take them home, right? So that's one of the services that we do for our members, to make sure that you actually get home safely. So what to do when your car breaks down or your bike. So we started this program that we actually do, if you have a bike, your bike will be covered in our membership. So if it breaks down anywhere in the city, we'll come and get you and take you home basically. So AMA Roadside Assistant 24/7 membership only service, right? We rescued almost 500,000 motorists across the province every year. If you happen to lock your door so you left the key inside, we'll come open it for you. If your tire blew up while you're driving on a busy highway, you don't have to change it. You can just call us and our tow trucks will come and actually change that for you and get you out of the way. Battery testing, boosting, repairs, installation, so all those are covered with your membership. So if there's a fee on top of that, they will let you know. Battery services also, like we sometimes have events in our centers where you can actually bring your car and then get it tested to see if the battery is actually good or not, and if it's going to last or not, right? So if it needs to be changed or not. The same thing with bikes, right? So like I talked about, if you need any help, we're there to help you basically. So you never feel like you're alone if you are a member of AMA. So you call us, we'll be there. Like I talked about, we have different apps. The other one I talked about, the free app, and this one is another app, AMA mobile app, access for road assistance. So we can just use it to call assistance, or you can, if you wanted to book a travel, you can do that. Insurance codes, if you wanted to get insurance, right? So you can just put the information in there, and then they'll probably give you the code, right? And then much more stuff you can do with it. The second app is the AMA Road Reporter app that I talked about. So this is 100% distracted driving compliant, right? So you guys know the rules that we have here, that you're not allowed to talk on the phone while you're driving. So any handheld device is illegal while you're driving, right? So you can set this up before you drive. You can just put your destination, and you can just make it talk to you, right? So and you can just do hands-free. You don't have to say anything. If there's a construction and you kind of crashes, it will let you know as you drive. So once you set it up, and it's free, right? So it will be a good thing to have. AMA also gives approval to shops to make sure that our members get approved price-wise, quality-wise, right? So if you see the CAA sign approved on a shop, that means that's one of our companies that we are affiliated with, and we know that the quality is good and they're fair priced, and also they give you about 20,000 kilometers worth of all works they do, right? So that's one of the things that AMA does, right? You can save up to 15% on members' exclusive savings and auto repairs and maintenance as well. So anything that affiliates with AMA, like I said, right? So it's always it comes with a lot more benefit. So a little more about our membership, right? So with AMA you get a peace of mind, exclusive savings we talked about, wide range of services. If you are a member, you're basically like a family to us, right? So everyone under your roof enjoys these benefits as well. So you can start, starting about $9 per month. It doesn't only cover your car, right? So, but any car that you're in, if it happens to be broken down, the membership is valid. So the basic one will cover basic things as you guys can see there, right? So affordable road assistance for students, cyclists, right? And people with shorter commute. So the kilometer is less on this one. But if you go with the plus one, the one has more kilometers, about 120 kilometers I think it is. Great value. And also for your family and all that. For your kids, let's say if you have kids and they're driving their friends to soccer or whatever, and the car breaks down, and that you happen to have the plus membership, the kids are covered as well. So all you have to do is call us to let us know, oh, my kid is in this car, and then can you please tow them away, and we will do that for you. Okay. And then if you happen to have an RV, we have a plus RV as well. We also have, like I just talked about the kids part here, right? We also have, we try to make it as convenient and as accessible as possible. So we have monthly payments of $8 or $11 or $14 to make it simple for you per month. So that way you don't have to pay the whole year, right? So for the whole year is not that much. You can pay the basic is $83 plus GST, $125 plus GST for the plus, and $155 plus GST for the plus RV. We also have the CA Premier. The towing is a lot more on this one, right? So you get 320 kilometers of towing, and you will have a dedicated CA Premier toll-free number that you can call. We can also assist you on arranging tickets to theaters, arranging car services, refer for also shopping centers, right? Like if you want looking for that, and also medical assistance if there's an emergency basically. So this is dedicated for that. So where can you use the AMA membership, right? So like I said, your car, your friend's car, rental, as long as you're in the vehicle, you are covered. Okay? You can't give the car to your friend or family using your vehicle, right? The membership follows only you. You could also use it for breakdown or collision, right? If that happens, we'll tow the car and we'll take it wherever you want it to go. And it's 24/7 across North America. Other places around the world, we may be able to reimburse you as well. So if you happen to be somewhere in Europe and it breaks down, and if you give us a receipt, we might be able to reimburse that money back to you. Okay. Other benefits, basically AMA rewards, emergency travel assistance. We're booking if you book with AMA travel benefits. So that's all my presentation about the Alberta Motor Association. Is there any question? So we asked how many times do you access the AMA membership? I give you 5 times a year for all the members, for all the programs that we have, the Premier, the Basic, and the RV. And if anything more than that, I don't think there's that much charge on it. Yes, at least 5 times now for free.
We can complete one of those courses. We get like a discount for car insurance or something like that.
Yes, good question. So yeah, if you complete any of the new driver program courses, you will get a certificate that you can actually take to any insurance company and you'll get discount for sure. So the completion of the course usually gives you about as if you have a 3 years experience of driving. So that would definitely help you and reduce the cost for you just a bit, for sure.
For people who already drive, you said there's an option, right? Just to do like second option. It's called safe performance. And you said that you can upgrade and get the certificate.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that upgrade? Pay more?
You pay the difference basically. So
Okay.
so the 10-hour course, 10 hours, let's say if you upgrade to the basic course,
Okay.
it's 10 hour in car and the classroom is the same, right? The value, the safe value program is only 4 hours driving, right? The classroom is the same. So if you feel like you need more lesson at the same time you want to get a certificate, so you can upgrade the 6 hours more. You just pay for that and then you'll get a certificate for sure. Any other questions? So, like I said, our membership is more than just roadside, right? Well, that's what most people think of it as, only assisting roadside problems, right? But it's much more. Once there's a lot of, if you like shopping, like I said, we have affiliate companies that they actually get a lot of discounts with that, right? So with that membership, so you can drop by our booth and we'll give you a booklet which it has all the companies that actually work with us. Okay. Having no license and you're trying to practice, right? Yeah. So you can go to the website regarding your phone, right? You can download the app, the free app, right? And you can practice the test questions there. The test question is similar to what we have in the app, right? So you can practice as much as you can and read the book as well, and then you can go try your test at any of the AME centers or any registry for that matter. Okay. Thank you for coming for the Newcomers event. There will be another speaker coming up. I'm not sure what time the next one is.